One of the biggest mistakes a man can make isn't choosing the wrong career. It isn't making a bad investment. It isn't even failing a business venture. The most expensive mistake a man can make is choosing the wrong woman. Because the wrong woman doesn't just cost you money. She can cost you peace. She can cost you opportunities. She can cost you confidence. And in some cases, she can cost you years of your life. The problem is that most men don't notice the warning signs early enough. They're distracted by beauty. They're distracted by attraction. They're distracted by chemistry. And because of that, they ignore character. Today, we're going to discuss 10 early signs that should make every man pay attention. These signs don't necessarily mean she's a bad person, but they can reveal habits, attitudes, and mindsets that often create unhealthy relationships. Let's get into it. Number 1, she's always free. The first sign sounds counterintuitive because most men believe availability is a positive thing. After all, if a woman likes you, shouldn't she make time for you? Absolutely. However, there is a major difference between a woman making time for you and a woman having nothing else going on in her life. Think about the most fulfilled and interesting people you know. They are usually busy because they have responsibilities, goals, hobbies, friendships, and personal ambitions that occupy their time. Their lives have direction and purpose. When you meet a woman who seems available every hour of every day, it is worth asking what she is actually doing with her life. A woman who has no goals, no meaningful hobbies, and no plans for her future may eventually expect you to become her primary source of entertainment and fulfillment. At first, this level of availability can feel flattering, but over time, it often becomes exhausting. Healthy relationships are built when two people bring full and meaningful lives into the relationship. While a woman does not need an impressive career or grand ambitions, she should have something she is working toward. People with purpose tend to enrich relationships, while people without purpose often become dependent on them. Number 2, picks the most expensive dishes expecting you to pay. This sign often reveals itself on the very first date. Imagine sitting down at a restaurant and noticing that before any meaningful conversation has taken place, she immediately orders the most expensive item on the menu because she assumes you will be paying for everything. The issue is not the price of the meal itself. There is nothing wrong with enjoying nice things. The real concern is the mindset behind the behavior. When someone automatically assumes they deserve the best without considering what they bring to the table, it often reflects a deeper sense of entitlement. Entitlement is dangerous because it rarely remains limited to money. A person who feels entitled to your resources may eventually feel entitled to your time, energy, attention, and sacrifices as well. Healthy relationships are built on appreciation and reciprocity. A quality woman appreciates generosity and never takes it for granted. An entitled woman expects it as if it is owed to her. Pay close attention to how she treats things she did not earn. Her attitude toward your money can reveal a great deal about how she will treat you in the future. Number 3, she dresses provocatively but lacks class. There is absolutely nothing wrong with a woman wanting to look attractive. Taking care of your appearance is generally a positive quality, and most men appreciate a woman who presents herself well. The problem arises when physical appearance becomes the only thing she has to offer. Some women invest enormous amounts of energy into attracting attention, yet very little effort into developing their character, intelligence, or emotional maturity. Their identity revolves almost entirely around how they look, how many compliments they receive, and how much attention they can attract from others. Class has very little to do with expensive clothing or designer brands. True class is reflected in the way a person carries herself, treats others, communicates, and conducts herself in different situations. A woman can be extremely attractive and still possess elegance, dignity, and self-respect. The red flag appears when beauty becomes a substitute for personal development. Physical attractiveness may attract attention in the short term, but character, confidence, and substance are what sustain attraction over the long term. Eventually, looks may open the door, but personality is what determines whether someone stays in the room. Number 4, she has poor English or language skills. Before discussing this sign, It is important to clarify that this is not about accents, nationality, or judging someone based on where they come from. What matters is communication, because communication is one of the foundations of every successful relationship. A relationship is built on thousands of conversations over many years. You will discuss goals, finances, family matters, challenges, dreams, and difficult decisions together. If communication is weak, every aspect of the relationship becomes more difficult. Strong communication skills often reflect other positive qualities as well. They can indicate a commitment to learning, self-improvement, discipline, and personal growth. A woman who actively works on developing herself intellectually is usually demonstrating qualities that extend far beyond language alone. The ability to express thoughts clearly, engage in meaningful conversations, and communicate effectively creates deeper emotional intimacy and stronger long-term compatibility. While physical attraction may initially bring two people together, communication is often what determines whether the relationship can survive and thrive over time. Number 5. She is lazy. Laziness is often dismissed as a minor flaw, but it can have a significant impact on a relationship over time. While not everyone needs to be highly ambitious, there is a major difference between being relaxed and being unwilling to put effort into anything. A lazy person often avoids responsibility, procrastinates on important tasks, and expects others to carry burdens they should be carrying themselves. Over time, this creates an imbalance where one partner becomes responsible for solving problems, making plans, and driving progress while the other simply follows along. A woman who lacks initiative may also struggle to support a relationship during difficult periods. Whether it involves contributing emotionally, helping solve problems, or working toward shared goals, effort matters. Relationships require teamwork, and teamwork becomes impossible when one person consistently refuses to contribute. One of the most attractive qualities in any partner is the willingness to put effort into improving themselves and their circumstances. A woman does not need to be obsessed with success, but she should have enough drive to take ownership of her life. People who constantly avoid effort often become a burden rather than a source of support. Number 6. Attention-seeking on social media. We live in a world where attention has become one of the most valuable currencies available. Likes, comments, followers, and online validation can create a temporary feeling of importance, and some people become addicted to that feeling. A woman who constantly seeks validation on social media may be revealing deeper insecurities beneath the surface. Her self-worth becomes tied to the approval of strangers rather than her own sense of confidence and identity. This behavior can take many forms. It may involve posting provocative photos solely for attention, constantly fishing for compliments, publicly complaining about relationships, or sharing every detail of her life for validation. The common thread is that she relies heavily on external approval to feel good about herself. The problem is that external validation is never enough. No matter how much attention she receives today, she will need more tomorrow. This creates an endless cycle that often damages relationships because her focus remains on attracting attention rather than building genuine connection. Confident women do not need constant reassurance from strangers. They find their value internally. A woman who is comfortable with herself does not need the internet to remind her of her worth every single day. Number 7. She is confrontational and always in a bad mood. Everyone has bad days. Everyone experiences stress, frustration, and disappointment. However, there is a significant difference between someone who occasionally struggles with life's challenges and someone who seems to be permanently angry at the world. Some women carry conflict wherever they go. They argue with friends, fight with coworkers, complain about family members, and somehow always find themselves surrounded by drama. At first, a man may assume that everyone else is the problem. Eventually, however, a pattern begins to emerge. A confrontational person often creates problems where none previously existed. Small disagreements become major arguments. Minor inconveniences become personal attacks. Everyday situations become sources of conflict and emotional exhaustion. One of the greatest gifts a relationship can provide is peace. After a long day of dealing with responsibilities and challenges, Most men want to come home to someone who brings stability rather than chaos. A woman who constantly creates tension will eventually drain your emotional energy, regardless of how attractive she may be. Pay attention to how she handles disagreements. A mature woman seeks solutions, while a confrontational woman often seems more interested in winning arguments than preserving harmony. Number 8. She constantly plays the victim. One of the biggest red flags in any relationship is a person who refuses to take responsibility for their own decisions. No matter what goes wrong in their life, someone else is always to blame. According to her, every ex-boyfriend was toxic. Every boss was unfair. Every friend betrayed her. Every setback was caused by someone else's actions. While it is certainly possible to encounter difficult people, it becomes concerning when a person never acknowledges their own role in the outcomes they experience. The victim mentality is dangerous because it prevents growth. If every problem is someone else's fault, there is never a reason to learn, improve, or change. Instead, the same mistakes get repeated over and over again. Healthy people understand that while they cannot control everything that happens to them, they can control how they respond. They are willing to reflect on their mistakes, learn from their experiences, and accept responsibility where it is appropriate. A woman who constantly portrays herself as the victim may eventually bring that mindset into the relationship. Whenever conflict arises, accountability disappears, and the blame will almost always be placed on someone else. Over time, that creates a relationship where problems never get solved because responsibility is never accepted. Number 9. She is an inveterate game player. Healthy relationships are built on honesty, communication, and mutual respect. Unfortunately, some people treat dating like a competition where manipulation and mind games are part of the strategy. A woman who enjoys playing games may intentionally take hours or days to respond to messages in order to appear more desirable. She may create jealousy by mentioning other men, give mixed signals to keep you uncertain, or constantly test your reactions to maintain a sense of control. While these behaviors may create excitement in the short term, they rarely create trust. Relationships thrive when both people feel secure and understood. They struggle when one person is constantly trying to manipulate the emotions of the other. The problem with game playing is that it often stems from insecurity. Instead of communicating openly, the person relies on confusion and uncertainty to gain power within the relationship. Over time, this creates frustration, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion. A mature woman understands that genuine attraction does not require manipulation. She communicates clearly, acts consistently, and allows the relationship to develop naturally rather than turning every interaction into a psychological chess match. Number 10. She sells her beauty cheaply. Beauty is valuable, but how a person chooses to use it says a great deal about their character. Some women understand that physical attractiveness is only one part of who they are. Others build their entire identity around it and use it as their primary tool for gaining attention, influence, or financial benefits. The issue is not that a woman is attractive. The issue is when beauty becomes the only thing she offers to the world. Instead of developing skills, knowledge, character, or meaningful accomplishments, she relies almost entirely on her appearance to open doors and solve problems. The challenge with this mindset is that beauty inevitably changes with time. A person who has built their entire identity around physical appearance often struggles when attention begins to fade, or when they encounter situations where looks alone are not enough. The most impressive women understand that attractiveness can complement character, but it cannot replace it. They invest in personal growth, emotional intelligence, education, and meaningful achievements because they know these qualities provide lasting value long after physical beauty has changed. At the end of the day, nobody is perfect, and every person has flaws. The goal of this video is not to encourage harsh judgment, but to help men recognize behaviors that can lead to unhealthy relationships. Attraction often causes people to ignore red flags, but successful long-term relationships are built on character, maturity, accountability, and mutual respect. A high-quality woman brings peace, support, and stability into your life. She adds value through her actions, not just her appearance. Learn to pay attention to character early, and you'll save yourself years of unnecessary frustration. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to King's Playbook and let me know in the comments. Which red flag do you think men ignore the most?